Good morning. This is Manuel Reta, and of course, my friend here, Señor.
Ramón Espino, para servirles.
And we are here to encourage you to listen to the program, and also Doc has his information. I guess we'll start a program with advertisement. There is a certain person that is actually in need of help. The company is Silverado Memory Care, which is in Bellingham. The number is 360-746-6675. And they are in dire need of RNs, LPNs, any kind of caregiving, maintenance. Be sure to give them a call. What else? If you have any questions, you just give them a call, and they do need bilingual individuals because healthcare. We have a lot of Hispanics. Sometimes they don't understand the English uh, language, and so bilingual is an absolute in some circumstances. And I know Silverado has individuals there that are looking for bilingual individuals. Okay, Doc, want to go start?
Vamos a comenzar en esta mañana. Muy buenos días. Le estaba yo diciendo aquí a Berta, muy buenos, calurosos y soleados días en Whatcom County. Pero quiero decirles que en Texas no están las cosas mejor. Terribles los tornados. Ayer llegaron por allá donde nosotros vivíamos.
Sí.
Entonces, pues estamos bendecidos de tener la lluvia y nos hace falta un poquito más de sol para que nuestro cuerpo pueda utilizar el sol y hacer todas las reacciones químicas y se puedan producir las sustancias que necesitamos. Pero bueno, aquí estamos. Good morning, and I was saying in Spanish, this sunny and warm day, but we live in Whatcom County where it rains a lot, and we need the sun. And because our body needs the sun, so chemical reactions take place, and we can generate within our system all the substances that we need to maintain a healthy life within our body. So, Manuel?
I would like to say, count it a blessing. It's kind of wet and rainy out here, comparing to down in Texas, hurricanes or tornadoes and everything else. So call it a blessing that we don't have that kind of atmosphere down south. Okay. So anyway, with that, I think with any further ado, Doc, we can go ahead and get the things that we're going to be talking. You will be talking about.
Okay. Sí, muy buenos días nuevamente. Vamos a comenzar una serie yo le llamaría de estudios o de pláticas para que la audiencia pueda beneficiarse. Recuerden que yo no cobro nada, no vendo nada, ni compro nada. O sea, yo me dedico a estudiar la literatura científica, la literatura de la alimentación para ayudar a mi cuerpo, primeramente, y basado en los resultados que hemos obtenido, pues compartirlo con ustedes para que ustedes puedan tener una buena salud. Y pues esta mañana vamos a hablar un poquito de cómo restaurar nuestro sistema digestivo, cómo restaurar nuestro sistema de la flora intestinal, porque desafortunadamente la alimentación que tenemos o recibimos está deficiente. Y también las carnes que nos venden pues tienen químicos, hay contaminación en el mar y todo esto pues causa problemas porque no es como en los tiempos antiguos. Today we're going to start a section of sort of lectures that can help us to restore and maintain our healthy gut. Because, as I said before, the stomach and the brain are connected. In other words, we are what should I say? A electric and electronic circuit from toes to our head. And everything is connected and everything works in sync. So we need to, if something gets injured, the whole body is going to resent it. And in other words, what we're going to be covering today is how to restore and maintain your gut healthy. And also, we're going to talk about a little bit about probiotics or probiotics, and then maybe I'll cover some of the detox juice that you can use. They're easy to make at home. So we'll see how the time goes. But I figure in the next 3 lectures, we are going to cover all this material, and I'll be bringing you information. And I even will lead you if you want to order some of these products from a company in Houston, which I believe is very trustworthy. And I've been examining their products for quite a while. And in fact, I'm going to start ordering some for my wife and for me and my sister-in-law, because they're clean. They have everything. They meet all the manufacturing requirements, which is very important. And the manufacturing requirement is called good manufacturing practices. And they cover what the FDA requires from companies when they manufacture products for sale to the public. And that is important. And there's something that I understand because I worked in the pharmaceutical industry for 32 years. And so we have to cover all the requirements that they have for companies to sell their products. And most important, we have to demonstrate that they're safe, they're non-toxic, and that they are efficient for whatever they apply for. So, and remember, our purpose is to help in whichever way we can. If you have any questions, please have them. And if I don't have the answer immediately, I will go to the literature and search to get an answer. And remember, everything that we're talking in these lectures is using natural products, because our principle, or my principle, is based on the father of medicine that said, let your food be your medicine and your medicine be your food. But if we get unhealthy medicine, we are going to get sick. Or if we eat something that we love and we eat more than what our body needs, we are going to get sick. And so the whole idea is that we might be able to help you to make the best decision for your health. Muy bien, les decía yo en inglés que el propósito de estas pláticas es que les ayudemos para que ustedes puedan escoger lo mejor para su cuerpo. Yo no les voy a hablar de medicamentos porque eso se llaman drogas, ¿ok? Y sí, las drogas trabajan, pero también tienen efectos secundarios que pueden causar problemas muy serios. De hecho, el Tylenol se usa mucho, pero ahora están saliendo estudios que es muy malo para para nuestro sistema, porque es una droga. Entonces, nosotros no necesitamos droga, necesitamos que nuestro cuerpo haga su trabajo y extraiga todos los medicamentos de lo que nosotros comemos. Por eso hay plantas medicinales, hay frutas medicinales, hay comidas medicinales. Pero también recuerden que hay que utilizarlos con medida. No hay que, si me gusta algo, me voy a, como decimos, me voy a atacar, me voy a rellenar porque me gusta. Y no siempre lo que nos gusta es lo mejor para nuestro cuerpo. Y la idea, ustedes saben que yo les he dicho anteriormente que yo no vendo nada, no cobro nada y no compro nada. Pero sí estamos dispuestos a ayudar, hemos ayudado a personas que con diabetes, con cáncer, utilizando productos naturales. Pero tiene uno que darse cuenta, no esperar hasta que ya la enfermedad está súper desarrollada. Porque entonces sí necesitamos las drogas y luego cuando se controla, hacer un cambio de dieta, hacer un cambio de proceso para que su cuerpo empiece a funcionar. De otra manera, cuando tomamos drogas, pues siempre tienen efectos secundarios. Aún el agua tiene efectos secundarios. Si toma una mucha, se va a ahogar. O si se cae en un pozo y ya no puede salir, se va a ahogar porque fue demasiado agua. Entonces, this morning, we are going to start with 5 tips to restore and maintain your gut health. Okay? And what we have to understand that in our stomach, what should I say? I don't want you to take it wrong, but it's not the cleanest part of our body because we put everything in there and it gets processed. We have acid in our stomach, and sometimes we have too much acid in our stomach, then it makes ulcers. Okay, so remember, we have to have a balance. Yes, the stomach is acidic, but you have to have certain level of acid. And so if we keep eating acidic and we keep drinking acidic liquids, well, we're going to upset the balance and it's not going to work like it should. Esta mañana vamos a principiar con 5 cosas que podemos hacer para restaurar y mantener la salud de nuestro sistema digestivo. Y recuerden que el sistema digestivo está el estómago, está el intestino delgado, está el intestino grueso y entonces está el recto. Y allí pues en el hígado tenemos la vesícula biliar que se utiliza para que suelte bilis y esa hace que especialmente cuando se comen las carnes se puedan digerir, se puedan cocinar, si me permiten la expresión, y puedan empezar a pasar por el intestino delgado donde se extraen todos los nutrientes y ya lo que no hay más nutrientes sigue al intestino grueso y de allí lo defecamos a través del recto. Y es bien importante que tengamos un balance y tengamos un sistema saludable. Porque una vez que nosotros desbalanceamos el sistema digestivo, va a causar muchos problemas. Porque de allí empiezan las enfermedades. Y muchas veces cuando comemos demasiado lo que nos gusta, pues el estómago me dice me gusta, y le manda al cerebro, y entonces el cerebro no hace las funciones que debe hacer para hacer su trabajo y estar nosotros saludables. Okay, so this morning we are going to continue, and I was saying, and the stomach, if you will, is not the cleanest place. It's an acidic. It's like a baking oven, but it's full of acid. And especially if you eat meats, well, then you have going to require uh, bile that comes from the gland that we have attached to the liver. But if you use that much, later on, it's not going to be able to produce bile, and we are going to develop diabetes. Okay? And so when you develop diabetes, well, then you don't have all the elements to do the work, and you start storing sugar in your system. And then the sugar is what messes up our system and is going to cause a lot of problems. So that's why it's really necessary that we have a clean system. And in our body or in our stomach, we have bacteria. And that might sound unpleasant, right? When we talk about bacteria.
Mm-hmm.
But we have good bacteria and we have bad bacteria. And so it has to be a balance where good bacteria is what we have. And then your system is going to work properly. It's like in a car, okay? If you put gasoline with water, what's going to happen? Or worse, if you put sugar with gasoline, that is going to kill your engine. I remember that learning that when I was a young man, that the guys would come over and put sugar in your gas tank, and then you put, and boom, the engine went out. But your gut actually uses bacteria to process food into energy. Para nuestros oyentes en español, quiero decirle que la palabra bacteria en nuestro estómago suena mal. Y pensamos que es malo, pero tenemos en el estómago bacteria buena y bacterias malas. Y cuando la bacteria mala domina el sistema es cuando nosotros desarrollamos enfermedades. Pero realmente la bacteria se usa para procesar la comida. La bacteria buena se usa para procesar la comida y convertirla en energía. Y yo creo que ustedes se han dado cuenta de que cuando no comemos bien y trabajamos, nos sentimos un poco debilitados. Eso quiere decir que hemos desbalanceado el sistema. Y tenemos que tener cuidado, porque es como un carro. Si uno le pone agua con gasolina, ¿qué va a pasar? No va a trabajar. Y si le ponemos gasolina, azúcar a la gasolina, va a ser peor, va a echar a perder el motor. Lo mismo en nuestro cuerpo. Tenemos que tener mucho cuidado con el azúcar. Por eso es que recuerden que todo lo que comemos tiene que usar las sales biliares para que el horno trabaje bien y cocine todo, y entonces lo transfiera al siguiente departamento para extraer todas las sustancias que necesitamos. And we call these helpful bacteria probiotics. Okay? Most people have heard the term in yogurt ads, but that's about it. What about probiotics, and what do they mean to your body? It all starts in your gut. The gut is the system in your body responsible for digestion. Proper digestion is essential to your health, and probiotics are essential to your gut. When bacteria are out of balance, it can cause complications such as gas, bloating, diarrhea, constipation, abdominal pain, and cramping, autoimmune diseases like fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue syndrome, and diabetes, and neuromuscular diseases. Recuerden, mis oyentes, que todo comienza en el estómago. El sistema, el estómago es la parte de tu sistema responsable para digerir los alimentos. Entonces es esencial que una digestión pueda estar saludable cuando tiene los probióticos balanceados. Cuando la bacteria está fuera de balance, pues entonces vamos a tener complicaciones, como producir gas. De hecho, el gas es natural.
Sí.
¿Ok? Pero cuando está oloroso, no es natural. Es algo está mal. ¿Ok? También nos sentimos el estómago hinchado. Nos da diarrea. O tenemos constipación. ¿Se acuerdan que hemos estado hablando de la constipación y qué comidas debemos comer para no estar constipados? A veces nos da dolor abdominal o nos dan calambres en las paredes del estómago. También puede producir lo que se le llama la enfermedad autoinmune, donde el mismo sistema se ataca a sí mismo y podemos tener fibromialgia, tenemos cansancio crónico y diabetes. Y también pues podemos tener otros problemas como enfermedades neuromusculares. Luego entonces, la pregunta es, ¿cómo vamos a promover una salud? Y pues, número 1, vamos a ver que yo creo que ya vamos a hacer los anuncios
Okay.
antes y luego para seguir adelante con esto. We're going to have our ads and then we'll continue with the ways to get your healthy gut.
Our sponsor is Silverado Memory Care in Bellingham, Washington. And the phone number that you can call is 360-746-6675. And you can ask for Rosalie and what they need over there right now. RNs, LPNs, caregivers, maintenance people that will work in the kitchen. And just apply for them, give them a call. They are in need. They're particularly in need of bilingual individuals that are looking for work, because they do have individuals there that really need help as far as the language barriers that sometimes we have. Queremos decir que el lugar donde anda buscando, si usted quiere trabajar para en un lugar de ancianos, se llama se llama Silverado Memory Care y está en Bellingham. El número de teléfono va a ser 360-746-6675 y anda buscando trabajadores que puedan hablar español como sea, porque de verdad sí necesitamos trabajadores. So, con eso, vamos a ir con el programa. And let's say what Doc was saying, the things that we eat is very important. And along what we're talking too is maybe you're eating something, it is not, you're feeling in your stomach that's not correct. So you have to say, what can it be? What have I eaten why I feel sick? Cramps, diarrhea, all these things, there's a reason for what you eat. And so Doc is going to be explaining to you some of the symptoms and some of the remedies. Instead of going to the drugstore, getting pills that really sometimes won't even work, why don't you do it the natural way? And so what we're trying to promote is to you is there's certain things that we can advise you that will probably help with your health and the things that you're eating. Doctor.
Okay, very good. The next section, we're going to cover 5 sections here and then some possible exercises if we have time. Because there's going to be a 2 or 3 or maybe 4 sections that we're going to talk in the health of our stomach, our digestive system. Okay.
Let me ask you a question first
Mhm,
of all, Doc.
mhm.
Let us say that you like to go to the movies or you like to sit before TV, and let's say that you like to get a big bag of popcorn, and it becomes a habit. Eat, 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 eat. What's gonna happen? That's just an example for you to understand. Or get a whole bunch of mashed potatoes, and you don't want to stop eating it with the butter and the potatoes and the gravy and everything else. After it's all done, how do you feel about it? These are the things that we're talking about. These are the things that we have to cut back and acknowledge that we're overdoing it. Our stomach is made in a certain way that it can only take so much of the ingredients. Okay, we have a small intestine and we have a large intestine. Those two kind of work hand by hand. You don't want to overdo one and cause problems for the other. So, doctor, I put you on the spot.
Okay, he put me in the spot. That's very simple. Okay. Remember, when you go to the movies, you're going to have your brain working to control what you see.
Mhm.
Now, on top of that, you're going to start eating popcorn. So your stomach, your brain is going to your brain is going to be demanded to do extra work, which has nothing to do with what you're seeing. So that interference is going to cause some problems.
Okay.
Besides, the popcorn that you eat in there is going to have salt
Mhm.
and it's going to have butter,
Yeah.
okay? Which, in my opinion, are not healthy, especially if you have uh, some illnesses, especially sodium. You have too much sodium, it's bad for your body. And also, butter. I don't know what kind of butter they put in there. Is it synthetic or is real butter? And synthetic butter is really harmful to our body. We eat popcorns at home, but it's a natural popcorn. And then my wife puts a little bit of coconut oil,
Mhm.
which is non saturated fat. The popcorns are using saturated fats, and saturated fats are harmful to our body, especially to our digestive system, because it's going to work more and then it's working, what should I say, crazily, from receiving commands from the brain to the stomach and the stomach to the brain. So we have to be cautious of how we do things. Even though our brain can do a lot of things, but he has to put priorities. Which one is more important? And so, are you going to go and see a movie or are you going to go and eat? Because there's a time for everything.
Mhm.
Okay, and that is important, to give a break to our brain, to give a break to our stomach, to do things the way they should be done. So I hope that answers
Yeah,
your
and
question.
and along with that, let us say that you are an individual, that you're a theater, you have a heart problem, you have high blood pressure, you're diabetic, and all that emotion that your body's trying to control with what you're eating is not good for you.
Okay,
Okay?
okay.
That's an important point for you to realize. Take care of what you're eating, depending upon your health system, how old you are, and also if you are sick or something, take care of yourself.
Yes, that's the whole thing. La pregunta que él hacía, ¿qué tal cuando vamos a un teatro a ver una película y entonces nos compramos un bote? Y regularmente los botes no son chiquitos, son grandes y tienen mantequilla y tienen sal. Entonces, el cerebro está ocupado viendo lo que tú estás viendo. Pero entonces de repente le entra comida y dice, ay, algo está mal, tengo que hacer otra cosa y se viene para acá. Y va así, así, así. Entonces, aunque tenemos un sistema electrónico, pero cada cosa tiene su lugar. La otra cosa, desde el punto de vista alimenticio, desde el punto de vista de la salud de la que hablamos hoy, la mantequilla que ellos usan no sabemos qué clase es.
Palomitas, estamos hablando de palomitas.
De las palomitas, de que le ponen a la le ponen mantequilla a las palomitas. ¿Es animal o es sintética? Y la sintética, les digo a ustedes que es peor de mala que la mantequilla natural. Y también son grasas saturadas. ¿Ok? Y las grasas saturadas pues causan problemas en nuestro sistema, por eso es que tenemos tantas enfermedades. Especialmente nosotros los hispanos que nos gusta frito y refrito. Y requemado. ¿Ok? Entonces tenemos que tener cuidado. La sal también es malísima para el sistema. Es cierto, necesitamos sodio en nuestro cuerpo, pero yo les recomiendo a ustedes que compren sales naturales. Hay la sal céltica y hay otra sal pink salt que le llaman, que son sales naturales que tienen sodio, pero tienen todos los otros minerales que el cuerpo necesita. Y eso es importante. Yo sé que nuestro gusto está pervertido, pero lo podemos, con la ayuda de Dios, podemos ir cambiando poco a poco para obtener una salud.
Y mejor en la otra, Doc, traemos mejor la brand name de la sal mejor, para enseñar a la gente que muchas veces no saben el nombre. Traen mejor un paquete o algo con el nombre, para que ustedes sepan que esta sal sí es permitida para comer, para la salud de uno.
La próxima semana voy a traer 3 muestras. La sal normal, la sal de mar, la Celtic salt, y darles a ustedes una idea por qué usar esta. La sal refinada es malísima, porque le han quitado todo el resto de los minerales que nuestro cuerpo necesita. Y entonces el sodio, pues el sodio es malo para la salud. ¿Okay? Bueno, vamos a hablar, número 1, utilicen un probiótico que es de calidad. Number 1, use a probiotic that is quality. Okay? And remember, probiotics and gut health go hand in hand. We're talking about probiotics that should contain between 50 and 75 billion colony-forming units. And that is important because the probiotics are necessary for our system to work properly. Okay? Encapsulated pills are better than liquids because they help the bacteria to survive the acidic stomach environment. And multiple strains of bacteria, different strains of different benefits. Some help with digestion of fiber, some help with vitamin absorption, some help with promote bowel movement. Okay, para mis amigos en español, los probióticos o los suplementos probióticos deben contener entre 50 a 75 billones de lo que las unidades son unidades de colonias que se forman, o CFUs. Los probióticos encapsulados son mejores que los líquidos porque ayudan a prevenir que la bacteria sobreviva en el sistema ácido del estómago. Y también diferentes clases de bacterias. Unas ayudan para digerir la fibra, otras para ayudar en la absorción de vitaminas y otras promueven regularidad en el movimiento de nuestras haces o de ir al baño regularmente. Hay un producto y lo voy a recomendar aquí que se llama FloraTrex. Es un probiótico recomendado. Tiene una mezcla de todas las bacterias que se necesitan. Y tiene 25 de estas bacterias en eso. Y pues les quiero decir a ustedes que pues yo voy a experimentar para después compartir con ustedes cómo se siente, porque muchas veces no nos damos cuenta que la rasquera, los granos, o las cosas, las manchas coloradas que de repente nos aparecen, vienen de reacciones
Sí.
de nuestro estómago. Okay, so today I'm going to recommend, and you can look at it, and nowadays we can find anything in the computer. It's called FloraTrex. And this is the combination of 25 probiotic strains and contain probiotics for extra support. Okay. And later on, I'm going to do an experiment. I'm going to experiment it on myself because I'm going to go through a process of cleaning my system, my colon, and then I'm going to also have something else that helps to clean everything and then take the system back to normal. And then I will share with you the results. See how is it? I'm very respectful of this outfit that recommends this because I've been reading their reports, and they're scientifically sound. Y yo les quiero decir a ustedes que yo les recomiendo esto. Después les voy a dar el nombre. Están en Houston, Texas. Y yo leo sus reportes que me llegan mensualmente y pues científicamente están apoyados por la ciencia. En 5 minutos tenemos el próximo anuncio. Ok. Dice, no abuse de los probióticos. O sea, vamos a encontrar y me voy a poner a buscar cada cuándo se deben de tomar. ¿Ok? Y todo eso depende de lo que usted coma también. Porque si se come mucha grasa, se come mucha carne, pues el cuerpo se va a resentir. Avoid overuse of antibiotics. Antibiotics, okay. Antibióticos, perdón. No abuse o no sobreuse los antibióticos. ¿Por qué? Porque los antibióticos matan la bacteria del estómago. Antibiotics kill the bacteria in your stomach. And yes, we use it in emergency. But don't use them constantly because you are going to ruin your body.
So there are good ones and there are bad ones again, like you were saying, Doc?
Antibiotics. And the other is probiotics.
Okay.
Okay, antibiotics are antibióticos.
Yeah.
La penicilina y otras cosas. Okay? Because it says here, although that includes the bad bacteria that can make you sick, it also includes the good bacteria your body needs. This disruption of intestinal harmony can cause a lack of diversity among bacteria and can affect your health.
Yes.
Okay, so los antibióticos sí van a matar las cosas malas, pero también van a matar las cosas buenas que tengamos en nuestro sistema, especialmente cuando se toman en pastillas.
Okay.
¿Ok? No sé cuánto será, pero cuando tomamos inyecciones. Pero recuerden que todo entra en el sistema y los riñones se van a resentir también. ¿Ok? Number 3, incorporate fermented foods into your diet. Fermented foods can introduce good bacteria to your gut, but know that it's better to make your own. Okay? Store-bought options are usually pasteurized. So that means they kill the bacteria. Some of the best fermented foods for promoting gut health include sauerkraut, which is a German, okay?
I like it. I like
Repollo,
it.
sauerkraut,
Boy.
yogurt. And yogurt, let me make a caution. If you see sugar in there, don't use it. Kefir, kimchi, and I'm eating kimchi now. And I like kefir. Sauerkraut, maybe it wasn't, we bought it at the market and maybe it wasn't done properly, but it's really, you have to chew it and chew it, and still it's not. And then kombucha. And I want to tell you that I bought a bottle of kombucha and I took a few drinks. And I think I was getting dizzy, drunk. But it'll go away, really. And these are very beneficial for gut. Para mis amigos en español, dice, incorpore comidas fermentadas. Pueden introducir buena bacteria para su estómago, pero es mejor que usted los haga. Y hoy en día usted puede encontrar cómo hacerlo, y si no, aquí le vamos a decir cómo prepararla. Un día vamos a hacerla. Porque así sabe usted lo que le pone, cómo la hace, y regularmente todo lo que tiene que ponerle sal, ponerle ajo, y el ajo es beneficioso. Es el mejor antibiótico que se puede comer uno y no tiene efectos secundarios. ¿Ok? ¿Por qué? Porque las que usted compra en la tienda están pasteurizadas. Y la pasteurización es a base de subir la temperatura hasta 212 grados Fahrenheit por cierto tiempo y luego hacer la quench. O sea, detenerlo y enfriarlo. Y cuando usted subió la temperatura, pues muchas de la bacteria buena va a morir. So, algunas de las mejoras que hay en el mercado es el sauerkraut, que es alemán. Los alemanes lo comen mucho. El yogurt, pero tenga cuidado que no tenga azúcar. ¿Ok? El kefir, el kimchi y la kombucha. Y yo pues esta semana pasada compré una botellita de kombucha y me eché unos tragos y ahí me di una media emborrachada porque como yo nunca he tomado y el cuerpo no está impuesto a que entre esa sustancia, porque se va a fermentar y va a producir algo como alcohol. Muy bien, vamos a hacer el siguiente anuncio.
Okay.
Y después terminaremos la plática con lo que nos queda.
Otra vez aquí está el anuncio. Cerrado Mary Care. Están buscando trabajadores que trabajen en esta casa de ancianos. Necesitan gente que trabajen como de enfermeros, enfermeras, o como digo,
Nurses.
Sí. También que trabajen también en las cocinas y también limpiando el lugar. El número donde puede llamar uno es 360-746-6675. And this is basically Silverado Memory Care is in need of RNs, LPNs, caregivers, and also people that actually would be doing maintenance. This they're asking for a bilingual if possible, because there are individuals there at the memory care. There are Hispanics, and they need a connection, somebody that they can talk to and communicate with. And thank you for your time.
Muy bien. Okay, number 4. Eat less refined sugar. And I'm going to take it to the extreme. Do not eat refined sugar. There's brown sugar.
Mhm.
And again, you have to be cautious to use it with care. Okay? Not because it's brown, you're going to make your drink brown, because it's going to be worse. Or they can also use honey. Okay? Honey is a medicinal product. And there's also another drink that you can have, but I forgot the
Let me bring
name.
that. Let me bring that
Yeah.
bottle. I'll bring you a bottle and see if you what the dog thinks about it.
Okay. And so among the many issues caused by refined sugar is inflammation, weight gain, hormonal imbalance. It also promotes the growth of bad bacteria and upsets your gut flora. So again, I know that and you know, I have said in the past that sugar becomes as addictive or more addictive than cocaine and caffeine. So we have something that bothers me is seeing those products in the market. They have the cereals or any products have sugar and salt together. So it's the two extremes, huh? The two extremes, and that is, oh yes, thank you, because I recommended this to him. This is a bottle of agave, okay? This is the precursor to tequila.
Oh,
okay? So you are drinking sweet tequila and not getting drunk, and have the benefits of extracting the juice from what we call the maguey cactus in Mexico.
mhm.
Okay, so el otro tipo de endulzante que tenemos es el agave, que es el precursor a la tequila, o será lo que le quitan a la tequila antes de sacarle el alcohol. Pero este es saludable y es recomendable para personas que sufren de diabetes. También no crean que hay que agarrar la botella y darle vuelo. Hay que tomarla con mucho cuidado.
I use it myself with when I make tea in the morning, and with basically avena. Con la avena, con eso es que como en la mañanita. Y no le echo mucho, porque para mí no quiero que esté muy dulce. Pues le echo muy poquito y con eso es suficiente. Y me ha gustado a mí. Ya yo paré de usar azúcar. Mejor prefiero usar esta agave mejor.
Okay, but there's a what do you call it? A good testimony from
Okay.
Manuel.
No, it works. It's good.
It works.
Doc, have you ever used in those stores? They have a little portion of juice, and it says probiotics.
Probiotics.
And they come from Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the little
Yeah, the probiotics come in liquid and capsules.
and the little portions,
Yeah,
small.
yeah. Well, there will be a quick. My recommendation is try it.
Mm-hmm.
Like a comedian used to say in our time, try it, you'll like it. And even if you don't like it, but he was very positive. Yeah, they're coming, yeah, and you find them all over the marketplaces, and try that, and then start making healthy changes. And the secret is making changes in your diet, so you can start introducing a healthy diet, and then your body will start responding slowly. Because remember, we've been punishing the body for many years, so it's going to take some time. It's not a miracle that you're going to take the probiotic and immediately it's going to work.
No.
But it's going to start balancing your system.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to start feeling better. And I was flattered the other day. The gentleman says, "Well, you don't look the age you have. No wrinkles."
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Well, I thank God for that, you know." But also exercise is important. Number 5, lower your stress levels. Número 5, no se estrese,
Mm-hmm.
no se ponga nervioso. Y si es nervioso, pues vamos a buscar la manera de ayudarlo para calmar los nervios. Pero no se los calme con cerveza, ni con vino, ni con nada de eso que lo están matando. Sino hay que encontrar una manera de controlar el estrés. Aquí dice meditación. Nosotros, gracias a Dios, pues meditamos en Dios.
Sí.
Cada mañana, cada noche. Y eso le da a uno paz en el corazón.
Yes.
¿Ok? La aromaterapia, yo sé que existe, y la aromaterapia son aromas de ciertos aceites que se extraen de las plantas. Y pues ya ustedes tendrían que buscar qué aceite les gusta más, ¿no? Ejercicio. El ejercicio es excelente para calmar el estrés. Pero no haga del ejercicio estrés, porque entonces se va a enfermar.
Sí.
Dieta. Hemos hablado de la dieta. La dieta es muy importante, de que nosotros podamos comer aquello que nos hace saludables. Y les voy a decir por qué. Voy a usar un ejemplo. Mi abuela murió con la Coca-Cola a su lado, pero también murió sin columna vertebral, porque el azúcar de la Coca-Cola y sería la cocaína también le destrozó todos sus huesos. Pero nunca se la pudimos quitar, y si no le damos coca, no le traíamos coca, se ponía nerviosa y gritaba, y a ella pues era una persona muy calmada cuando yo la conocí antes de que agarrara el vicio. La dieta es muy importante. Hay que sonreír. Y yo pues aprendí ya de viejo a sonreír. Yo siempre fui muy serio, así como los mexicanos, que lo miran a uno de reojo. No, hay que reír, hay que gozar de la vida, pero saludablemente. Dice, let me stop there and let me talk to you about the number 5. Tactics to reduce stress that will support gut health. Meditation. And you can find whatever help you, type of meditation. We meditate with our Creator morning and night, and we study the Bible, and that helps us a lot. Aromatherapy. And again, these are essential oils. Many people attest that this ancient tradition practice helps them manage stress. And so I'm not going to go one way, or maybe they get high and they just relax. We don't know. But you can look into that. Exercise. Physical activity affects stress and mood. If you are feeling stressed, being active can help you to overcome it. And I can tell you that it works. When I worked in the industry, we had excessive amount of stress. So at lunchtime, instead of eating lunch, we went out to run, and we ran for 30 minutes, 35 minutes, and then we came back, took a shower, and then we sit down and have a lunch. I was lucky that we could take as much lunch as we could. But if you only have 30 minutes lunch, well, find ways to exercise, because that is going to help your system. You're going to help your oxygen intake. Is going to help your oxygen to go through all your veins, get your blood flowing, and you're gonna feel better. Diet. Again, la dieta es muy importante. And laughter. Okay, laughter can relieve stress by producing endorphins and lowering the stress hormone cortisol. La risa. Y pues si quieren sonreír, vayan y mírense una película de Cantinflas o de otros cómicos, lo que a ustedes les haga sentir, o busquen una manera de sonreír, de llegar a la casa del trabajo, echar una sonrisa. Y pues yo les digo, mi señora siempre ha sido muy buena, decía, bueno, una sonrisa, porque a veces me veía llegar con cara larga del estrés que tuve en el día. Y pues yo tuve el privilegio de que tenía a mis caballos, que eran mis psicólogos y mis psiquiatras.
Sí.
¿Ok? Y yo llegaba a la casa, llegaba, salía, los ensillaba, los trabajaba, los bañaba, y luego a las 7 de la tarde estaba yo sentado comiendo mi cena.
Y hablabas con ellos.
Sí, y hablaba con ellos.
No, on this stress, if you are stressed, maybe your wife, or maybe vice versa, maybe your husband, I always believe is never get down to their level. The Lord is looking at you as an example, as a light of the world. So take that as a fact. You try to help or edify that person is down by good words, not but angry words. Because if you start talking angry words in that manner, it's not going to help you, it's not going to help your other half. So it's important to keep that in mind, to edify is important in this time zone, in this living times. And I think it's important. Laughter. My mother, she was always laughing. She was always joy in her heart, her soul. And people look at that as an example, and pretty soon they get into the same habit, having the same attitude that way of joy and laughter and being positive in life. Thank God for what we have right now. We're able to give you information that is good for your soul and for your family. Because as long as you have the joy, your children are looking at how you behave, how you act, the words that come out of your mouth. This is important for you to realize and grasp it in a way that's positive for yourself first as being a light unto the world, but also the children, your family that looks at you as an example. And this, I believe, is very important for our health.
Muy bien. Pues se nos ha acabado nuestra hora, pero la próxima semana yo les voy a traer un poquito de información en cuanto a los productos de este lugar. Y pues me parecen excelentes. Si ustedes los quieren ordenar, yo voy a ordenarlos y voy a probar, porque yo tengo muchos problemas de la piel, claro, por lo que nos pasó a nosotros, pero también lo que como científico me gusta experimentar, ir llegando a una conclusión cuál es el problema, y entonces una vez que encontramos el problema, encontrar la solución. So, eso es lo que les queremos comunicar a ustedes. Next week we are going to continue talking about 7 ways or 7 probiotics that affect your health. And also I'm going to talk to you a little bit about this outfit in Houston. And I want you to know that I have no connection with them. I'm going to order the products from me because as a scientist, I like to experiment, find the problem, and then work on finding the solution to live healthy. And otherwise, I might have been dead by now with all the experience, because in my case, I I got affected highly because I was a medic. And the stress of a medic is completely different than the stress of the infantryman, because I lost few of my people. They died on my hands, but I was able to help lots of them. But still, it affects your nervous system, and it takes years, or maybe I'm going to rest until I die, because that's the way it is. And but thanks to the changes we made in our life, we're less crazy than before.
Definitely.
And we're healthy. In my case, I mean, I haven't taken any drugs for a long time.
Yeah.
I have not taken the vaccine, and I'm going to take this opportunity to make a parenthesis and finish with it about the vaccines. I just read an article that people who were vaccinated with Johnson & Johnson are less likely to relapse. Okay? People who took Pfizer, they can be infected again, and then they have the highest percentage of people who relapse with COVID, and then Moderna. And I can tell you about Johnson & Johnson because I work for them, and I know the high, how do you say, the way the work is done, their high ethics of producing products. And so if things get worse, I might just get a shot from Johnson & Johnson so I can cross Canada. And I only do it because of my grandson, but not because I need it. Thank God we didn't get sick, and I tested myself 3 times, negative. I have the testing kits at home, and I use them from time to time, and still we can see that if you work on your body to make it healthy, you're going to be okay, and you're going to be happier.
Good.
Okay?
Very good.
Pues muy buenas tardes a todos. Les decía yo que acabo de leer un artículo en la que las personas que tomaron la vacuna de Johnson & Johnson tienen menos probabilidad de volver a enfermarse con el COVID que los que tomaron la de Pfizer o la de Moderna, en esa orden. Entonces, pues, que el Señor los bendiga a todos y nos vemos la próxima semana.
Gracias por su tiempo. Adiós.
1:05. Ok.
Está bien.